Okay, let's do another question. So this one is about Berjaya Manufacturing. First, we can get the demand for palm each year. So yearly demand is D, capital D. So going to be D equal to 2,500. And then they gave us the cost of palm is 500. So the cost price is P, 500. And then they gave us the cost to place an order, in which the one is the S is 90 ringgit. And then the carrying cost or the holding cost is 15% of the unit cost. So this question, they don't give us direct H value, they just gave us the H is 15% of the P, in which P here is 500. And then they give us another one, if the palm order more than 300, can get 5% discount. So they give a statement more than 300, the new price, yeah. So this one is actually for the second part here. Okay, let's calculate the Q first. So the question, the part 1, for the 5 mark, they want the Q. So let's calculate the H first. So H is 50% of P is 0.15 times the price 500, so 75 ringgit. Now using this formula from the formula sheet, so we get the 77.46 unit. So we need to round up to 78 units. Okay, now we can calculate the total cost. So the total cost with the formula, so we just plug in the value. So we get the total cost of 1,255,809 and 62 cents. So this is the cost with the no discount, yeah. Now let's do the second part with the discount of 5% if we buy 300 and more. So we need to adjust the Q. We cannot use the Q78, so we need to use the Q300 and find the new price with the discount. So the new price is discount 5%. So I use the 0.95 times 500 and the new price is 475. Okay, so there's a discount. Then remember the H is 15% of the price before this, so we need to calculate the new H also. So if the changes in price, so the H will change. So 50% of the P new here, 475. So 0.15 times 475, so we get 71 ringgit 25 cents. Okay, now let's calculate the total cost with the new information on the new price and also new H and also the new Q. So the Q here going to be 300, the S is still the same, the demand is still the same, 2,500, and then the Q have changed to 300, and then the H changed to 71 ringgit 25 cents. The price is changed to 475 and the demand is the same. So we calculate, then we get 1,198,937 and 50 cents. So now the question wants us to decide whether to take this discount or not. So we have to compare the previous one. Without the discount, we calculate 1,255,809.62. This one we get 1,198,937 50 cents. So we know that this one offer the lower total cost. So how to answer this? First, we need to decide whether to take it or not. So yes, Berjaya Manufacturing should take the quantity discount because or due to total cost with discount here is lower than the without discount. Okay, now let's solve the question for the ROP and also related to safety stock. Okay, let's look at this question. They give information on the pineapple tart. Order in large quantity 6 times per year. Okay, order per year 6 times. The stock up cost is estimated to be 25 ringgit per bottle. So stock out 25 ringgit. And then the carrying cost is 150 per bottle per year. And also we have reorder point of 700, the ROP 700. The question wants us to determine the level of safety stock, in which what is the how many unit, okay, for the safety stock. And these are the formula from the formula sheet. So let's do this. If you want to solve this kind of question with the information on demand and also probability, you need to put in a table. So this is the table that you need to do. The first column is just copy from the demand given. Okay, so from 600 to 1000, and the probability here 0.1 until 0.2. Then we have one column for safety stock, one column for carrying cost, one column for the stock up cost, and one column for the total cost. So the total cost is the sum of the carrying cost plus the stock out cost. Okay, let's do for the 600 first, because the question wants us to start with 600. Remember, anything that before the ROP 700 here, we don't need to calculate. Okay, because the safety stock will be 0 here. So no safety stock. So no safety stock, no carrying cost, and no also stock up cost. So no safety stock below ROP, in which below 700. So we can start to calculate when the demand equal to the ROP. So we start for the 700. So the safety stock is demand 700 minus 700 is 0. So 0 here, and the carrying cost is actually safety stock times the carrying cost, in which 0 also. And now we have to calculate the stock up cost, in which we going to calculate for the demand 800, 900, and 1000. So for the 800, the calculation is 800 minus 700 times 0.2 plus the 900 minus 700 times 0.3, and then for 1000 is 1000 minus 700 times 0.2. So you calculate all this first, then you time with the stock up cost, 25 ringgit, and also for the order per year times 6. So you get 21,000. So the carrying cost is 0 plus 21,000, so you get 21,000 ringgit for the demand 700. So let's calculate for the demand 800. So this one we start to have safety stock because it's more than the ROP. So 800 the demand minus ROP 700, so you have 100 safety stock. Then you can start to calculate the carrying cost, 100 here times the 150. So you get 150 ringgit. Then you can start to calculate the stock up cost. Stock up cost, so for this 800 demand, we calculate for 900 and 1000. So 900 minus 800 times probability 0.3 plus 1000 minus 800 times 0.2. Then you solve for this times with the 25 ringgit the stock out, and 6 is the order per year. So this one you get 10,500. So to get the total cost, don't forget we have carrying cost here, 150 plus 10,500. So we get 10,650 ringgit for 800 demand. Let's do for the 900 demand. So the safety stock, we will have 900 minus the ROP 700, so we have 200. Calculate the carrying cost, so 200 times 150 is 300 ringgit. Then we calculate for the stock out is 1000 minus 900 times 0.2. Then we times with 25 stock out, and then 6 is the order per year, so we get 3000, and sum the carrying cost plus the stock up cost, so we get 3300. Okay, now we do the last part is 1000 demand, in which 1000 minus the ROP 700, so we get 300. So calculate the carrying cost, 300 times 150, so it's RM 450. And for the stock out, we have 0 because we don't have any calculation. Okay, there's no data below 1000, so it's going to be 0 here. So the only cost involved here is just the carrying cost, 450 plus 0 is 450. So now we can determine which one is the lower cost. So from here we know that this one is 21,000, this one is 10,000, this one is 3,000. So we know that this one is the lowest cost because they want us to determine the level of safety stock. So the lowest cost is 450 with the 300 safety stock here. So how to answer this? A safety stock of 300 gives us the total lowest cost of RM 450. Okay, you can write until here is okay. Then don't forget to give the new ROP. That should be the old one is 700 plus 300 here safety stock. Then your new ROP will be 1000 bottle. Okay, that's how you solve for the ROP and also safety stock question.